Hello, this is Dr. Elena Eustache and welcome to my show. Today my guest is an actor, writer, producer, singer and dancer, Junes Zahdi. Let's take a look at his work.
Okay, get your books out.
God, they're handing out books like sunburns in noon these days.
You're homeless?
That monkey you swear follows us everywhere is my one and only friend.
What is that?
Oh, it's my great-grandmother's.
I love great-grandma's ring. So neo-nostalgic.
Are you confused in neo-nostalgia with antiquity?
Touche, girl.
I'm taking you to meet a friend of mine.
Hello. Hey, Tim.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Gina, I brought in Junes Zahdi, who is an international salsa master.
Whoa, hot.
Can I please have a cigarette?
No. And you better start talking.
I have no reason to help you now.
Are you the photographer? Great. Could you make sure she gets this?
I believe this belongs to you.
Thank you. Sorry, do I?
I'm Aiden.
Catherine.
Do you need help with this?
Wow, that was amazing. What a great work. I'm
Thank
so
you.
impressed.
Thank
Welcome
you.
so much for being here, Junes.
My pleasure for having me.
It's so nice to see you. So tell us, you are an actor, writer, producer, director, dancer, singer. Is there anything I don't know?
I think that covers it all. Mainly an actor and choreographer now. I used to dance mainly back in New York. I sing as well. Yeah, so nice job. You covered them all.
So what is it that you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm promoting a film that's called Concerning the Bodyguard. We're premiering at the Toronto Film Festival next week.
That's
so very exciting.
very exciting.
Shout out to Kazra Farhani, who directed it, a brilliant guy. And I'm also in pre-production of a film that I personally wrote. It's called Cul-de-sac, Becoming of a Suicide Bomber. So it's a very current, relevant story.
Yes. So what was the most challenging project that you work on?
This one is definitely a very challenging one, the one
Yeah.
I'm writing, because it's so controversial, and you're walking a very fine line of having all those political background of the story. And as an actor, it was very difficult doing this film I did last year, where I was deported because of his disease from Kuwait. Now that was a very challenging role, diving into that character.
Yes.
You know, as you can imagine.
And what was the part that was like the most fun?
Definitely, the Mindy Project was definitely one of them. It's a TV show on Fox, and yeah, she's so exactly. She's hilarious, and
I love
the
her.
role they wrote for me was very funny. Ramon.
Were you like a fashionista?
I
or something?
was a fashionista. Yes, yeah, it was a Cuban fashion stylist from Miami.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And this character was the opposite of who I am in real life. Who knows
Yeah.
me? Don't really, Yeah, that was a fun role. Very fun, absolutely. Yeah.
And tell us, who was the person that was the most interesting to work with on a set?
Olivia Munn, actually, I have to say. Olivia Munn, I choreographed her and Benjamin Bratt along with Jamal Sims during Ride Along 2, which is coming out soon with Kevin Hart's sequel.
I love Kevin Hart.
Very funny
He's
guy.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm saying he deserves every bit of his success. Definitely
Yeah.
respectable. But Olivia Munn is such a smart person. Right off the bat, you pick up on her intellect and how quick she thinks and how down to earth she was and how professional she was. And loved working with her and absolutely welcome working with her a lot more in the future.
Oh, that's wonderful. So tell us, how did you start all this? How did you wanted to become an actor, an artist?
I have lived a very non-stereotypical life. It was we have experienced a lot of things growing up as Moroccans in Germany. Not to speak badly of Germany, but these things did happen to my family and I. Racism. That changed me and made me want to go out there in the world. You know, being from 3 different countries, so to speak, I could relate to so many different people. And therefore, acting became natural, exactly. And then I started doing plays in 8th grade, and from then on, my only concern was that I loved I was very good at academics. So I was great in school, although I had a lot of absent time. I was always very good, and I was like, maybe I should do med school or law school, something like that. But ultimately, I never regretted. I chose the artist path and came to New York when I was 18, and here I am.
You also taught in New York, right?
Yes, I used to teach salsa. And after 4 years, then I was burnt out from teaching.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was very rewarding, but it also takes a lot of energy. You know, every teacher, no matter what you teach, will understand this. It's a lot of energy getting into someone else's head and teaching them what they need to learn. And when I came out to LA, I decided to stop teaching and to just focus on my projects and my passions. Thank you.
Wonderful. So how do you manage your personal life and the lifestyle in Hollywood?
I brought my family here 2 years ago. My mother and one of my sisters.
Oh.
And that, being consumed with getting them on their feet and spending time with them every time I do have free time, I think that solves the problem. I don't have too much time left to fool around.
So what would be your dream girl?
Somebody obviously who, you have a connection and attraction, and then also just someone who lived life. Because again, I have 3 passports. I have 3 continents I'm from. Just to tell you that, that there's the culture. There's so much culture within me that I don't relate to any one thing. I relate to so many things, and then you have to have the biggest heart and have empathy for anyone, within reason, obviously. And also be worldly.
So if there's 3 things that you would like to know about women or don't understand about women.
Generally, women?
Yeah, what would it be?
Why do you love shoes so much?
Because it makes us feel very sexy and feminine.
Why do you always get into fights with mothers-in-law?
Because a lot of times we feel that our man is not with us, but he's somewhat still married to his mom energetically, and we feel too much competition.
Okay, well, I love how you cut right to it.
Thank you.
Skip the bullshit. That makes me feel compassion for the women who feel that way and understand it. Why are weddings so important? Not the marriage, because I'm all for that, but the wedding itself, why is that so important?
Because girls watch fairy tales since they're little, and they always had the dream to have the fairy tale
So it's
wedding.
like a sociological upbringing.
Yeah, it's like guys want to go watch a sport team, maybe a soccer, and you want to go watch the World Cup. So for us, wedding is a big meaning. I saw your video where you sing and dance.
Oh,
Tell
you
us.
did?
Yeah, I was amazing. I was so impressed. Tell us about it.
La Moya?
Yes.
All right, La Moya was the first time when I took some time off. I just finished the film Noon, with the first film I did with Kazra, and I decided I want to explore this. Now I was shy about it and nervous because I hadn't yet shown the world or the internet that I sing yet.
Cheers, darling. Here's to you and your lover boy. Cheers.
So I decided I'm going to do a cover of a Damien Rice song, which is one of my favorite singers. Since I watched the movie Closer, I chose Cheers, Darling, changed it up, recorded it with my friend Amanda Zito, who's a cellist at Cirque du Soleil, and a guitarist friend of mine, Ryan, and we did an acoustic version. And then we also choreographed a dance with Thea Brooks, who just toured on I Love Lucy, the nationwide tour. choreographed this tango, a little bit of salsa element.
Yes.
And we were lucky that we had Yves Saint Laurent has a connection there, and they loved the concept and the logline synopsis, and they actually shipped haute couture from Paris over to LA. And this is a few years ago, and I was super excited. I was like, wow. So I had to go to, or the assistant at the time of the production had to go to the YSL store in Beverly Hills and pick up the clothing, which was insured, and bring it in and do, you know, some moderate tailoring.
Yes.
So we used it. Yeah, I love how it came out. We worked with Eugene Lee Yang, who's now a junior producer at BuzzFeed, who I continue to collaborate with on many other projects. And he's a very talented director and cinematographer. And yeah, I loved that video. That was my first, and we're doing another one now called Wicked Games, so look out for that one.
Oh, we will look out for that.
Hot,
it was truly amazing. You're a man of many talents. Tell us what's up for Junes. Is there something that the audience don't know about you, or that you will be challenged up to, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot more that the audience will see about me. You know, I'm just getting started, and I am so grateful and so excited for all the opportunities that are around me and that are ahead of me. Cul-de-sac, the film I wrote, for example, it definitely will showcase a lot more of who I am politically and a human being. All for pacifism, against any type of war, all for empathy and peace, you know? And depth, you know, I feel a lot, and this is why I became an artist. And
yes.
Ultimately, I want to say things and make statements and serve the world any good too, you know? Peace movements and all those things that kind of neglected in the last decade.
And love.
And love, exactly. But in the 90s, that when I was growing up, that's what it was all about.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jackson, remember all of his songs, Earth Song, everything was about peace and anti-pollution and all those things.
Yeah.
And now it's only been about entertaining and fun and quick. And I want to be part of the next movement that kind of combines the two.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. It was such an honor and pleasure. And I look forward to see you on big screen again. And
thank you very much.
Wish you good luck in Toronto Festival.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my show. I hope you had a great time watching my interview with the very talented Junes Zahdi. And I will see you next time for more fun interviews.